At the time, Whitney was publicly known to be dealing with challenges related to substance use, and it became one of the biggest topics whenever she appeared in interviews or made public appearances, no matter what she was promoting.
Why did you let the party go on?
Of course, this is a personal thing, but the Grammys were the next night. You don't cancel. You turn an evening into a tribute.
You did it, magnificent.
The conversation often shifted back to her personal struggles instead of her music and career. It was something the media focused on constantly, and many fans felt that every move she made was being watched and picked apart. When Whitney passed away, the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner concluded that her passing was an accidental drowning with heart disease and the effects of substance use listed as contributing factors. Even with that official finding, many people continue to question the circumstances surrounding her final hours.
I've been through a lot in these past 2 weeks. I'm able to look at life in a whole different way.
Online discussions, documentaries, and fan theories kept circulating, with some insisting there were still unanswered questions, while others accepted the official investigation's conclusions. The speculation grew even more after an older video resurfaced showing Whitney briefly interrupting an interview with Brandy and Monica to hand Brandy a letter. Over the years, Brandy has chosen not to publicly reveal what was written in that note. Because of that, countless rumors have spread online, including claims that Whitney was asking Brandy for help or believed handing over the letter on camera would make it harder for anyone to interfere.
And then the next thing you know, she's dead. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. He let the drug dealer in, but she was sober, right?
Those claims have never been verified, but they continue to circulate across social media. Another rumor tied to that story claims the letter included a request for Brandy to look after Bobby Christina if anything ever happened to Whitney. There is no public evidence confirming that claim, but it has remained part of the online speculation. Viewers have also analyzed everyone's reactions in the clip, pointing to how surprised those on set appeared. Some people believe one person nearby seemed especially curious about the letter, while Brandy quickly held onto it looking both puzzled and serious, leaving fans to wonder what was really written inside. But the controversy didn't stop there. One of the biggest criticisms aimed at Clive Davis had nothing to do with rumors. It centered on a decision he openly made after Whitney Houston's passing. Davis had known Whitney for decades, dating back to when she was a young artist, which made many people expect a different response from him during such a heartbreaking moment.
Whitney dying, rehab fails.
First of all, let's get one thing straight. It's cheap. I make too much money to ever smoke. Let's get that straight, okay?
Is it alcohol? Is it pills?
It has been. At times.
All?
On the night Whitney passed away, Clive Davis was hosting his annual pre-Grammy party. Whitney had reportedly been expected to attend, and tragically, she passed away in the same hotel where the event was being held. Rather than canceling the gathering, the party went ahead as planned. That decision sparked intense public backlash. Many of Whitney's friends, family members, and public figures, including Chaka Khan, Tyler Perry, and Wendy Williams, publicly criticized the choice, saying they felt it was insensitive given the circumstances. Clive Davis defended his decision by saying the event became a tribute to Whitney and that guests gathered to honor her memory. Even so, that explanation did little to satisfy many critics, and the decision remains one of the most debated parts of the story.
At times.
If you had to name the devil for you, the biggest devil among them?
That would be me. It's my deciding. It's my heart. It's what I want. I could tell you that I am not self-destructive. I'm not a person who wants to die. I'm a person who has life.
To this day, people still argue over whether continuing with the event was appropriate or whether it should have been called off entirely. The questions didn't end there because discussions about the official investigation also continued for years. Some online commentators have pointed to details from reports and interviews with investigators, arguing they deserve closer attention. However, the official investigation concluded that Whitney Houston's passing was an accidental drowning, with heart disease and the effects of substance use listed as contributing factors, and authorities did not rule it a homicide. Claims have also circulated online about injuries noted during the examination, with some people interpreting them as signs of a struggle. Those interpretations have been widely shared, but they have not been established as evidence that someone else was involved. The official findings did not conclude that Whitney had been intentionally held underwater or attacked.
Whitney, I don't believe, that she would have said, the show must go on. She was the kind of woman that would say, stop everything. I'm not going to be there. You know.
Because of that, while speculation continues across social media and documentaries, those theories remain unproven and should be distinguished from the conclusions reached by investigators. That is one of the reasons some people continue to question parts of the case. One detail that has been discussed over the years comes from the coroner's report. As has been widely reported, the report noted, Whitney was found face down in a water-filled bath with 2 superficial abrasions to the left side of her forehead. She was also found with a bloody purge coming from her nose and with a superficial abrasion to the left side of the bridge of her nose. Those observations have fueled years of online debate, even though the official investigation ultimately ruled her passing an accidental drowning with contributing health factors and substance use. People have interpreted those details in different ways, but the report itself did not conclude that another person was responsible. The controversy grew even larger when Suge Knight publicly made accusations involving Ray J. According to reports, Suge claimed Whitney had referred to Ray J as Brandy's little brother and alleged that he brought her substances and used them with her.
I don't know what could motivate a person to have a party in a building where the person whose life he had influenced so enormously and whose life had been affected by her. So they were like...
Those statements have been widely repeated online, but they remain allegations made by Suge Knight and have not been proven in court or confirmed by the official investigation. Even years later, those comments continue to resurface whenever people revisit Whitney's final days. For a long time, Ray J largely avoided responding to many of the rumors linking his name to Whitney's passing. As public speculation continued to grow, he eventually addressed the subject in interviews, firmly denying that he played any role in what happened. His comments, however, sparked another wave of debate because some viewers felt parts of his timeline didn't match what they believed they had seen, while others argued there wasn't enough information to draw that conclusion. One interview that drew particular attention was Ray J's conversation with Cam Newton, where he said he was in San Diego performing around the time Whitney passed away. At the same time, people on social media pointed to paparazzi footage they believe shows him leaving the Beverly Hilton through a back exit. The authenticity, timing, and significance of that footage have been heavily debated, and it has not been established as proof of wrongdoing. As a result, the conflicting accounts continue to fuel discussion online, even though no official investigation concluded that Ray J was responsible for Whitney Houston's passing.
I don't understand how that party went from Miami at about 5:30. As soon as I hit the tarmac, I found out, I heard, and I couldn't put on makeup, I couldn't get dressed, I couldn't do anything. I was paralyzed.
Some critics argue that if parts of Ray J's public timeline are inaccurate, it raises more questions for them about the rest of his account. Ray J has consistently denied using substances with Whitney or contributing to her struggles. At the same time, some commentators point to old videos and statements from people who knew Whitney as reasons they remain skeptical. Those claims have circulated for years, but they have not been proven. And no official investigation concluded that Ray J supplied her with substances or was responsible for her passing.
And her had a fight 2 days before. And from what I was told, Bobby Christina was present for some of that fight. And then the next thing you know, she's dead. Ray J was the last person to see her alive. He let the...
Even with those denials, online speculation has continued nonstop. Some people believe Ray J has carried a heavy emotional burden because of his connection to Whitney during the final period of her life. Others see his emotional interviews as a sign of regret over losing someone he cared about rather than an admission of wrongdoing. Those interpretations are based on public opinion, not established fact, and they remain widely debated. Over the years, fans have also analyzed several of Ray J's interviews, searching for clues about what he meant when discussing Whitney's passing.
Dealer in, but she was sober, right? But he let the dealer in that gave her the shot. Leola Brown, Bobby Brown's sister, has said on several occasions that she was beat. They saw her body. She didn't just die in a tub, like she was.
In one interview from 2017, he spoke emotionally and said, "I had so many people calling me offering millions of dollars to have an interview. I was like, I don't need the money. It's not good money. That's just not right. My karma would be bad." Nobody can explain. It's all my fault. All of that happened. It's all my fault. His comments generated intense discussion online, with some viewers interpreting them as an expression of personal guilt or regret.
It made it no secret that I just thought it was in poor taste for you to continue with the pre-Grammy party when Whitney's body was still upstairs in the hotel room. Remember, Whitney passed away the same day as your annual party.
While others believed he was blaming himself emotionally rather than admitting to any criminal act, his remarks did not include a confession to causing Whitney's passing. Clive Davis has also been the subject of numerous online theories, including claims that Whitney was preparing to expose him. However, there is no verified evidence supporting those allegations, and they remain speculation rather than established fact.
Why did you go on and have the party? Just asking.
Well, you're a very small minority, because if you knew Whitney better, you knew she was not there to perform.
Yeah.
This was her favorite night of the year. She came out every year.
The official investigation into Whitney Houston's passing did not conclude that Clive Davis or Ray J was responsible. If you remember, Jaguar Wright has publicly claimed that Whitney Houston and Clive Davis allegedly had a serious disagreement just a couple of days before Whitney's passing. Jaguar has also gone further by claiming Whitney was supposedly working on a tell-all book and that Ray J allegedly informed Clive Davis about it.
This party was so part of her.
So you're saying that she
so that the family, we spoke to representatives of Pat, who was a manager, and Gary, who was her brother.
Her body was still upstairs.
But we dedicated the evening. Whitney would have wanted this party to go on any more than the Grammys.
Those claims have attracted attention online, but they have not been independently verified and remain allegations rather than established facts. Those rumors have fueled even more speculation over the years. Some people point to the paparazzi footage they believe shows Ray J leaving the hotel through a back exit around the time Whitney passed away and connected to other theories circulating online. Others argue that the official investigation found no evidence linking him to Whitney's passing and caution against treating internet theories as proven facts. Because of those conflicting views, the case continues to be debated across social media, podcasts, and documentaries. Another theory that has circulated for years is the claim that Clive Davis somehow benefited financially from Whitney's passing because of the renewed interest in her music. That idea has been repeated by various commentators, but there is no evidence that Clive Davis caused Whitney's passing or orchestrated events for financial gain, and the official investigation did not reach any such conclusion.
Whitney Houston, it's on your hands. I remember the conversation when she thought her life was in the toilet. She didn't even say your name. She just used the term that Brandy's little brother bringing me and doing with me. Brandy's little brother trying to kiss me and do with me. Next thing you know, she's dead.
What is publicly documented is that Whitney faced significant financial challenges during parts of her career. Reports stated that she had signed a record deal valued at around $100 million with Sony and Arista in 2001, which was considered groundbreaking at the time. Despite that major agreement, reports also indicated she had received advances and was dealing with substantial financial obligations connected to her recording contract as her commercial success slowed in later years. After Whitney's passing, interest in her music surged around the world, leading to a significant increase in album sales, digital downloads, and streaming. Multiple reports estimated that her estate generated tens of millions of dollars in the months that followed. Avant-garde musician Diamanda Galas was among the public figures who commented on that reality, arguing that the music industry often sees renewed commercial success after the loss of a major artist. Those remarks reflected her personal criticism of the industry as a whole and should not be taken as evidence that anyone intentionally caused Whitney Houston's passing for financial reasons. She also criticized how Whitney was presented during the final years of her career, writing, "What was she put on stage as? A lesson that substances kill? Hey, want to see an addict sing, courtesy of Clive?"
I saw Ray J coming out of the hotel, hiding his head, being pushed into the car. Why? I looked and I said, why is he hiding? Why is he hiding his face? He's always trying to show his face.
Those comments reflected her personal opinion and added even more debate to an already emotional story. Over the years, many people have questioned whether Whitney received the support she truly needed, while others believe too many rumors have overshadowed the official findings. Even today, her passing continues to spark conversations, documentaries, and countless theories. No matter which side people are on, one thing is certain: Whitney Houston's legacy as one of the greatest voices of all time remains unforgettable. While many claims and theories continue to circulate online, it's important to remember that the official investigation concluded her passing was an accidental drowning with heart disease and the effects of substance use listed as contributing factors. Many of the more dramatic claims discussed over the years have never been verified, and there is no official evidence establishing that anyone intentionally caused her passing. Now, I want to hear what you think. Why do you think Whitney's passing still generates so many questions and discussions all these years later? Do you believe there are unanswered questions? Or do you think the official investigation reached the right conclusion? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who loves deep dives into music history and celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.